Hi, Siddhi. Welcome to K Lounge, which is basically a property of the Annyeong station, uh, initiated by the INCO Center. So we usually have people, who bridge the gap between India and Korea, and you seem to be the perfect fit because you have like brought these two countries together, and you've also moved to Seoul. So first, tell me, where did it all start for you? Because I know you have your own production company. And before we start talking about that, where did it all begin that you made that move to shift base from India to Korea?
Firstly, hi, thank you for having me here. I'm very happy to be here and to be answering and talking like with you. And where it all started will be like very much when I was a teenage girl who came up to like K-pop, K-drama, some K-movies, and actually like I was a kid who was not that bright in studies. So so I never knew what was my direction in life. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do. But like the Korean music, dramas, K-pop, everything gave me a direction in life. It made me realize that I want to be a director, I want to be a producer, like I want to work in the entertainment industry. So I was always like a Bollywood fan as well, Bollywood, Hollywood. I've watched like a lot of different country movies since long time, but I think K-pop, K-dramas really gave me a direction in life. So that's where it started when like 15-year-old Siddhi like
Wow.
saw some shiny music videos, then BTS music videos and some dramas and I was just like, oh, this looks like something I would like to do.
Your voice seems to be echoing, but no worries, because I also think that you still look 15 to me. But very interesting what you said was how K-pop and K-dramas gave you direction. I hear that a lot from youngsters.
Mm.
I basically, started watching K dramas when I was well in my 40s, so that was like, yeah, in my early 40s. So it's been like a good, decade, over a decade. But I want to ask, a lot of youngsters have been telling me that it gave them hope, it gave them direction. Can you unpeel those layers for me? Because I really want to understand from a Gen X's point of, want to understand from a Gen Z millennials point of view, how has this particular genre given people direction?
Mm. So I think particularly for me, like it was also a lot of like BTS songs and the lyrics of it. Like I think it also bloomed like very late. The Korean industry started blooming in like 2014, 15
Hmm.
in like major parts of India.
Yeah.
So that's when I came across it.
That was
And
around the same time I came across it too.
right. So that was like the time that it got up. But for me, it particularly touched me when, I saw these boys who started off at like 15, 16, and they were working so hard and they were actually achieving their dreams. Like something that has seemed impossible in the beginning. They were actually achieving those dreams. And at the same time, they were telling everyone that you shouldn't give up. You should not like do the same things that the society wants you to do or do the same things that are constructed in a way. Like for me also, before I had no direction in life and my parents wanted me to be like a lawyer, and actually I cannot imagine myself being a lawyer right now at all, because that's not me. But like that time it felt like, oh, maybe this is what is accepted in society, maybe this is what I was supposed to do. But like somewhere they taught me, they told me that having different dreams is okay, having dreams that you can achieve whenever you do it. Like even those were the reasons why I also entered, like started working in the industry very early on. Like I started to push myself that if I try harder, then maybe I can achieve these dreams, maybe I can keep on trying and doing, like not giving up. So those were like the things, that it wasn't just like about how the songs sound or how they look, but it was also the community that they build, that they connect with the audience in a way that they tell them that we are with you with every step. So those were the things that made me feel like, okay, it's not just me who's suffering in this. Like it's also other people, and we could do it together. We could try something. Let's give it a try. What's the point? Like, why to worry about the failure that's not happened? So these were the things that, excited me and made me think that let's try it.
And I so wish I also was a teenager. And I know a lot of women my age also are armies, and they say that BTS really has helped their mental health, and also
Yeah.
for them to from where they have come, and to now be, and what do I say, an undeniable force in the global sphere. It's amazing. And also for Kate, and actually I think it's really brilliant also with what Korea has done, because the soft power, I mean, there are people in America or in India learning the language and
Right.
watching these gay dramas, aspiring to be that. But you shifted base. So how was that? How did that pan out?
I think somewhere in my mind, I always had a thought to move to Korea because I got initial inspiration from Korea.
Hmm.
So I did not imagine like starting up a business over here or something before. It was more of like I go to Korea and study and like do the masters and see what I like, maybe try to work in the industry. But it all started like very early on, like when I was 16, 17, I started like with a friend learning some video like the cameras, learning the software. So I started learning the editing softwares and everything on my own. And
Wow.
like the goal was somewhere that I would go to Korea and study or like do something. So from there on, I started. Then at 18, I got an internship at Rolling Stone India. So it was like pushing myself to, do things because I had come across the GK scholarship also that time. So I was like, maybe, building a portfolio could give me that scholarship. Because I became like a person who wanted to do things on my own. Like my family has always been supportive, but it always like BTS and like K-pop motivated me into things that I want to try it myself. I want to do these things by myself. So that's why at very young age I started pushing myself that I want to try this, I want to check this, and let's see, maybe I can go to Korea. So that's where it initially started. And then I did work in India for over 5 years in like different music videos, commercials, and even in the media publications side. And then I was like, okay, now it's time to maybe like go and see. Like, so it was a tough decision, honestly, because I already made a good base in India over the 5 years, and I was like, maybe I'm starting with zero. Like, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so the first year was tough for me, definitely. But as like, I can see it happening. It can go somewhere. So
Of
that's how
course.
it started.
Yeah, I've been following you, and it's just amazing. You now set up your own production company. So tell us a bit about that, and how is that going?
Yes, thank you. So, currently, my company, my production house name is Kino House, and it means like film house, and we are trying to do cross-cultural films and cross-cultural productions. So, looking into more of helping Korea and India collaborate on the film side of it. Like Korea and India have a film treaty since like last 15 years, but there have been barely any films or series that are made together, while both the governments are very supportive about it. So I felt like it's a good chance for me because, as someone who knows people back in India, knows people in Korea, and knows the language, so I could try to, connect them and make things possible. So now it's a film production, like a creative agency, not just an agency connecting. So we work on the films as a co-producer, and we also do artist collaborations. So I've been working with K-pop artists and Indian artists closely, also some artists in Thailand, and we are trying to connect them and do a music collaboration and do some music videos. So there are few lineups, but I cannot reveal them right now. But
Oh,
and I am currently working on an amazing India Korea film,
wow.
and that's also supposed to be like starting shoot this year.
Wow.
Yes, so there are some good things ahead,
Uh,
and we're building on to it. We're building on some really amazing projects, I think.
So you're going to be a go-to person very soon. So everybody here, she's the girl that we all need to be in touch with. All my journalists as well as Inco, because they also do a lot of Indo-Korea collaborations. But Siddhi, now that I'm going to ask you a couple of other questions which have kind of intrigued me, which we've also like spoken on our
Yes.
conversations on Instagram. Is firstly, a lot of people aspire. I'm sure you are aspire to be you because a lot of Indian kids, I mean, for me, their kids want to, they feel that a better life awaits them if they move from here to Korea. It's like their La
Mm,
La Land, it's their utopia, that everything is going to pan out beautifully because that's what we see in the dramas. But what we see in the dramas is just a, the surface level because at the end of the day, you, like any working girl in India or in Korea or a Korean, is going through the stress of deadlines, meeting difficult clients, meeting some nice people, meeting not so. It's a universal thing, dealing
right.
with work politics, dealing with finances. So, what is it that you want to tell people that who want to be wearing these shoes right now, thinking, "Yeah, to ye produce kar rahi hai, yeah, to she's meeting all these artists and she's living the life." Because, by the way, I saw her amazing pictures meeting even my favorite E Juno, so I was also a little jealous. But that's only what I'm consuming on social media. I'm not seeing the BTS of Siddhi's struggle.
Right. So I think, like, I will say that it's not like completely wrong that if you have the colored lenses of wanting to see Korea romantically, there are moments where I felt like, like, oh my God, like 16-year-old Siddhi would be so happy that she's doing this. So there are those moments definitely, but I feel the struggle is quite similar because even in the Indian film industry, there is a lot of like struggle with doing things as a artist who doesn't have any connections or who doesn't know people around. Like Asian community is very much relied on connections, maybe in Korea or India. So I felt like the struggles are a bit similar, but there is a bigger layer over here, which is the language and the culture. And that's something that I have been like, I feel like I'm still getting onto it. Like I'm not amazingly good at Korean, I'm good enough at Korean. So but the language helps. Like I have realized that knowing the language adds on so much trust between both the parties. Like even the Koreans feel more reassured that this person has learned the language, person has learned the culture, and they're more willing to participate with you in every collaboration that you do. But yeah, I think somewhat of an help was that when before coming to Korea, I did work in India. So working in India gave me a good portfolio, a good database of people that will be interested in Korean collaborations or the things that I can show on my portfolio saying that, I'm not a rookie. I have done these things and you can trust me. So those were the things that did give me a bit upper hand. But definitely Korea as well, like any other country, has its goods and bads. And there have been some people I've met which I regret meeting. There have been like things, yeah, it cannot be all good,
Yeah, yeah,
but yeah, but like I think the if you truly wish to, it needs to be apart from just wanting to meet the celebs or artists or like communicating with them, becoming best friends with them. It needs to be a bigger goal. If
absolutely.
you have that sort of bigger goal, I think maybe India, Korea, US, any other country, the your want to do something is what matters the most.
Absolutely, because now I'm coming to the second question because a lot of my journalist colleagues, the younger ones, we have been facing this issue because when we do interviews, the time given to us is just this much.
Right.
The questions are monitored. You know how this industry works,
Right,
but
right.
you have people just hitting back at you saying, "Oh, you should have asked this. What kind of a question is this?" Not realizing what we are going through, that we only have that much time. Then on the other hand, you know what it's happened? It's like वो in Hindi there, I'm sure you speak Hindi also, that बहती गंगा में सब अपने हाथ धो रहे हैं. There are
Right.
people who are genuinely committed. Now, like you are genuinely committed to what you're doing. There is a reporter who's genuinely committed to what they're doing, and there are also fans who are genuinely committed. But then there are others who are basically trying to, benefit
Get
from
out
this
of it.
upstream. There's someone who's become an influencer just because they have the numbers. Suddenly someone says just because there might be a little extra in a K commercial saying, "Hey, I'm actually doing K stuff." It's just, and they have the numbers. It's just that it just has become just so very confusing that the good ones get left behind, and the fake narratives then get popular. So how does one break that? Because I feel somewhere it's between the agencies and the decision makers who need to be taking a more stringent, perspective to it and being much more aware.
Right. So I feel like the art and commercial has a very thin line between it. Like when like right now also a lot of people think that I'm like the only one working in the entertainment over here, but it's not true. Like it's not just me as a foreigner who's working in the entertainment. I know some amazing foreigners who have worked as like creative producers in some like big music videos like with Yolin and all of like big artists. So but like they are not that well known because maybe they're not putting themselves out
Ah,
like some other people are, you know. Like for me also, I don't broadcast that much of my life
yeah,
of what I am doing in Korea. I try to help a lot. I try to help people who want to enter the K industry, but since I'm not that active, a lot of people don't know that maybe what I am doing or what I'm not doing. And then there will always be those people who tell you that you're not doing enough, or you should have asked this, yeah, this will become more viral, this
yeah,
will
yeah,
become
yeah,
like that. And those will always be there. Like I have truly like started to just think about myself in the end, because it's my heart that I am protecting. It's my values and my dream to come here and do things that I wanted to do. Everything that I do will be someone's like dream, or someone will be accusing me as well that what shit am I doing, or why couldn't I do it in India.
yeah.
There will always be the goods and bads on those terms as well. But what I feel just like happy about or satisfied about is that in the end, these are the dreams that I wanted to pursue, and these are the things that I wanted to do. So if even if like in a crowd of 100 only one Siddhi is happy, it's fine. I
So,
am
so well said.
more than satisfied. The currently social media has become a lot about the views and
Yes, engagement,
right,
fan clubs, and yeah, I totally get that because one's been noticing that. One has been noticing that because this all started in 2020, which a lot of me and my journalist friends feel that maybe we should have also just built numbers and created
right.
fan clubs for it. But there was a very interesting thing that I saw a journalist write when she mentioned Luke Thompson, who said that the whole Bridgerton promotion exercise, he was just so exhausted with it. But the
Mm,
best part is, she said that none of the journalists were interviewing him, only influencers were interviewing him. The thing
mm,
is, do I also, as a journalist, need to build numbers to get these interviews, or should I just now retire? It was a very interesting dynamic because a lot
right.
of these, I'm sure, a lot of even actors these days are auditioned on the basis of their followers. What do you, as a producer, make of that? Because since you are going to be taking those creative decisions for the future.
Right. So I feel there needs to be a balance of both. Like currently with social media numbers following, everything has been changing. The tech has been changing. So a lot of people are depending on that. But it cannot be just that. Like I feel that okay, yeah, definitely people who are with good numbers or good views are also required because they are kind of pushing the content ahead. And you want your content like from even from the investor point of view, because I have to look at it from even the person who's investing. So from their point of view, yes, the market value needs to be higher so that it reaches out to people and they also make their money back that they have invested. So there needs to be that, but it also needs to be a balance of the good journalists or good people who have the talent to actually bring out the content that's important for, even for the artist. They want to say a lot of things, but a lot of people who don't know the what questions to ask, who have not been into journalism, they do not ask them those questions.
Yeah,
And then the even the artist doesn't feel heard. They also feel like just another number on the page.
absolutely. So well said.
So there needs to be that balance where the artist also feels heard apart from their looks or apart from the visuals of the band, but also as an artist, like their art that they are creating, because art is also the thing that is bringing the commercial value. So you cannot miss the art of it. And those things will be only brought by the people who understand that art, understand how it's formed, created. So there needs to be a good balance of both, where you can even make the investors happy, but as well as make your artist happy, make everyone feel homely.
No, very well said. Because I did ask one of the platforms that, since you get so many influencers, does it translate as numbers for the show? It
Mm,
doesn't. But it's also the OTT is a very different thing, because once if I just click, even if I don't watch it, it's
right,
registered as a view, you know.
right.
So it's a very tricky game anyway. So let's see where we go from here with AI coming and everything in the industry. So is AI like happening in a big way in the Korean entertainment also, or are they also as skeptical about it?
Korean entertainment, yes, they have started on with like some commercials in the AI space, and I also see some like meta ads coming in with like the AI part of it, and the Korean government is also supporting the AI tech startups or tech related companies a lot more than general companies. Uh, because like somewhere it's growing so much right now. But in the art space value of it, I see that a lot of people also value the art behind it. Like I think, yeah, you need to be in hands on with it, on how, you can use AI to cut down your time, to make your life more easier. Like that can be parts where we use the AI. But in the end, the art, the emotional value of it, and as it gets more techy, people will be wanting to connect more with people, with more with the emotion. So there seems to be people who understand that balance and look into the creative part of it as creative and keep the AI aside. And honestly, I see a lot of like Korea, apart from the AI part of it, when I worked in the Indian entertainment industry and when I worked in the Korean entertainment industry, the creative part of it and everyone's creative work is valued so much that even a makeup artist has their own voice of how they want to do things. Like a producer has their own voice of how they visualize the whole setup. Like it doesn't get diluted. It's not like the main investor is saying this, so that's why you do it. Like there are parts of India where some of the things are there like that only in the commercial cinema, but over here there seems to be a good balance and respect for every individual who works in the film industry or works on the music set, that every one of them put on their creative language, put on their creative value. So AI will maybe, put up on like some helping out on some things in the entertainment, but I don't think it will take over the Korean entertainment industry, because everyone has such strong creative language of their own. Like even the fan meetings, like I did assist some fan meetings in Korea, and even the fan meetings creative directors do not follow the main creative direction of the music video. They make their own story even for the fan meets. So these things like really made me think and excite me that, everyone has their own language, everyone is trying a different thing, maybe mixed with commercials, but it's unique and using art, and everyone is respected equally like that.
Awesome. Since you've worked in both industries, which is the one good, what is the difference you've noticed? I won't put you in a situation saying one good, bad. I'll just ask you, what's the difference you've noticed?
Difference I noticed, I think Indian entertainment industry has been, it is like detailed, but a lot of things that we think that, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like some of the things are not that oriented together, and we say that, we'll figure it out. It's okay. If it's not on the shoot, then we'll figure it out on the edit.
Self
And yeah, someone or the other struggles in the whole mess of it. 12-hour shoot, like 6-hour shoots goes to a 12-hour, 12-hour shoot goes to an 18-hour, and there is no proper balance in between those. People don't take care of their health or their routines that much. But over here in Korea, we also have like a lot of long hours, but people do care about, how much of what should be done. They take care of the detailed scheduling that they do. They'll be like, no, we planned this much hour for this shoot, so let's go ahead after that. And even if the shoots delay a bit more, it will be like 1 hour or 2 hour max. It wouldn't end up being like a 6 hour more shift.
Or sometimes 12 hours where you're waiting for your lead actor only to come for 6 hours.
That's what. Even the actors are so much on time. They come like 10 minutes before their shoot. And if like no none of them happen to be like end moment cancellation, if they know they cannot take this thing up, they just say that, let's decide it for another date. So they're very on their timings and very organized. Like those are the things that I think I like about the Korean entertainment industry. But somewhere, because of our chalta hai attitude as well, it actually helps a lot. Like in Korea, if I tell them that, please ye kar do, or please, like the investor is requesting this, they will not budge. They will say that no, this was not planned, this was not decided, we're not going to do it. So there are no end moment changes. There are no like nothing like this is required, so we should do it. So they are very stern on how they plan things and how they are doing it. And if something end moment happens, it becomes a mess and they don't like it at all. So that's like something that is different when it comes to India, where like I feel like most of the things I can add on, or change something on the set, or there might be some different ways that people want to do it. But yeah, there's like that difference that's there.
Awesome. No, no, totally. I get that because when I also deal with agencies, they tell me only these pictures. I said, but this picture cannot work in the thing. No, only this picture. And I'm like, okay. But thank you so much, Siddhi. So, one word of advice you would want to give to the many listeners here at INCO who are hearing you out and actually want to do what Siddhi does, what is it that you're going to tell them?
I'll say, firstly, there's no age to do anything, but there's not also any location to do anything.
Hmm.
The reason how I started off in the K industry was also because connections I had in India. So
Hmm.
it's not like you need to have connections in Korea to start over here. And Korea is also trying more to go global, enter India market. So that's the leverage that people in India can bring. No one in Korea can bring that. So that's why working on your leverage in India before, working on your portfolio, making the best of your connections who can push you more in Korea, those are the things that will be a good starter. Like you can come here for your masters and do degrees as well, find out different visa situations, but it's always good to have some experience, know how the industry works in India as well, so that you're not lost over here. It just helps you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your time. All the very best with Kino. I'll be in touch. I mean, everyone, she's the go to person. And let's do some great work together.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
So much. Kamsahamnida.
Samida.
Thank you so much. Thank